Hello all, I am PW Ingle, working as an assistant professor at Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon in Mechanical Engineering Department. So today we'll discuss about classification of centrifugal pump. So based on the mechanical construction, you can classify the centrifugal pump as open type, closed type and semi-open or vortex type. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. Closed impeller. If you are using closed impeller in any pump, centrifugal pump, then we can call it as a closed centrifugal pump. So vanes are provided with a metal cover plates or shroud on both sides. Okay, in short, the vanes are uh, covered on both sides by plates. Okay, it provides the better guidance for the liquid and has a better efficiency. And it is employed when water to be pumped is pure and relatively free from debris. So you can see this is what impeller, closed impeller. Or you can see again diagram. This is closed impeller and these are the vanes. And these vanes are closed by two end plates. Okay. Or you can see here. This is what it is shrouded or covered. Shrouding is nothing but covered. And these are the vanes. Okay. Now open impeller. The vanes are open on both sides. Open face impellers are popular because of the less cost of manufacturing. So the pump cost is less. Okay. Next, such impellers are employed for pumping liquid which contains suspended solid matters like sewage, paper pulp, water containing sand or grit, that is small particles of stone and sand. So you can see this is open impeller, okay? Or you can see again diagram of open impeller. Okay, these are the vanes. This is also open impeller. Now semi-open. So obviously semi-open impeller is what? Both end will not be covered, only one end, one side of vanes will be covered by the plate. So the semi-open impeller, due to its lack of front shroud, also tend to create a greater unbalanced axial force than does the closed impeller. This impeller can be used even if the liquid contains some debris. So this is the end plate. Okay. So front side is open and back side is closed by plate. You can see here, this is what semi-open impeller. Now again, centrifugal pump can be classified in three major groups depending on their design and application. Okay. So yes, one is volute pump. Number two is diffuser pump, and number three is vortex pump. So in volute pump, you see there is a shaft. On shaft, impeller is mounted, and the exit of impeller what it does? It rotates the water. So at the end of impeller, you are getting the kinetic energy. That kinetic energy will be converted to pressure energy by using casing. So in case of volute casing, we are using what? Impeller, and water will be enters in the casing. But in case of diffuser pump, there will be a casing with guide plates. Okay, means what? Some conversion of kinetic energy into pressure energy will be taking place in the guide plates, which have diffuser action. That's why it is known as diffuser pump. And remaining part will be conversion of remaining part will be taking place in the diffuser. In volute pump, there is a shaft. On shaft, impeller is mounted. Impeller is surrounded by casing. In diffuser pump, there is a shaft. On shaft, impeller is mounted. Impeller is surrounded by diffuser, okay, ring, and then there is a casing. So there will be a gradual conversion of kinetic energy into pressure energy. And if you are providing vortex chamber, circular chamber, then it is known as vortex pump. So we'll see step by step. A volute pump. In this type of casing or pump, the area of flow gradually increase from impeller outlet to delivery pipe so as to reduce velocity of flow. Thus, increase in pressure occurs in the volute casing. Okay. In other words, the kinetic energy is converted into pressure energy. Volute pump is the most common type of radial flow centrifugal pump, and it has an impeller housed in a progressively widening spiral casing, as shown. You see here, this is shaft, this is impeller, and this is casing. This is known as volute pump. Okay. Water enters enters the eye of impeller and is thrown radially outward. Volute pump can be single suction or double suction. Single suction means suction on one side of impeller. Double suction means suction on both sides. Single suction pump impeller, water is admitted on one side of impeller, and in double suction water is fed from both sides of the impeller, and it improve hydraulic balance. As a result, double suction volute pump can produce higher pressure than single suction. Volute pump are commercially available as a single stage or multi-stage. The most common reason for the multi-stage configuration is to increase the head produced by the pump. Okay, so in multi-stage pump has a single suction impeller. The impellers are usually arranged with the equal number of discharging in opposite direction. So volute pump are generally used when the irrigation water is obtained from the depth generally less than 20 feet. Now next is diffuser pump or casing with diffuser or guide ring. So in a diffuser type of centrifugal pump, the impeller is surrounded by a ring of fixed diffuser vanes that provide enlarging passages in which velocity of water leaving the impeller is reduced and pressure is increased. So diffuser vanes provide a more controlled flow and allow a more efficient conversion of velocity into pressure than volute pump. Because in volute pump, the water at kinetic energy from the outlet of impeller is discharged to suddenly it is discharged in the casing. But here it will go to diffuser ring. Okay. And therefore some conversion is taking place in the diffuser and some remaining is taking place in the casing. Diffuser pump, especially large one, often have efficiencies over 90%. Diffuser pump has the additional advantage of balanced radial loading, which reduces chance of shaft failure due to fatigue. So yes, this is what impeller, and this is guide vane or diffuser ring, and then there is a casing. You see here. Yes, impeller, guide vane, and then casing. Now vortex. So if a circular chamber is provided between the impeller and the volute chamber, if the circular chamber is provided between the impeller and volute chamber, then casing is known as vortex casing. Okay. If a circular chamber is known as vortex, the circular chamber is known as vortex or whirlpool chamber, and such a pump is known as volute pump with vortex chamber. What is the use of vortex chamber? Vortex chamber converts some of the kinetic energy into pressure energy. Okay, and volute chamber further increases the pressure energy, thus more efficient than volute pump. Okay, so this is what vortex chamber is provided. So this completes the classification. Again, you can have a classification based on what single stage or multi-stage. Again, if you are providing more than one impeller, then we can say multi-staging. So multi-staging may be parallel or maybe series. Series multi-staging means what? The discharge from the first impeller is going to second impeller, and second impeller is going to third impeller, and so on. That's why it is used to increase the head, okay, or pressure. And in case of parallel, there will be two separate pumps. So discharge Q1 will be taken from pump 1 and Q2 will be taken from pump 2, and Q equal to Q1 plus Q2. So that is what the parallel type of arrangement. Again, you can have a classification of single suction, double suction. So this is what the classification of centrifugal pump. So we stop here, and in next lecture we will discuss about velocity triangle analysis of centrifugal pump. Thank you.